So as you can see, harmonica manufacturers give you a wide selection of combs. But if that wasn't enough, there's actually a cottage industry of customizers who build combs made out of exotic woods and different types of metals. One of my favorites is made by Randy Sandoval of Genesis Harmonica, located here in California. He uses a material that was invented by DuPont. The market name is Corian. You'll probably see it on most countertops and in bathrooms. But point of fact, it is a wonderful material to work with. Here are some examples of a Corian comb. And obviously with Corian is that your choice of materials is unbelievable. Probably the most difficult time I had in choosing. Probably the most difficult thing for me was choosing the right design, the right pattern. But on these combs, Randy would round off the tines for you. Everything is absolutely flat. So this comb is ready to go. Most impressive are the combs that I recently received from Dick Sjöberg, located in Sweden. His Golden Melody combs are just absolutely exquisite here. Look at the inlay on that one. But besides looking fantastic, let's see if we can get a close-up on it, but every channel that has been machined in, the shape of the mouthpiece acting as a venturi to channel air, even if you can see the silver pipes that are embedded into the comb are there on purpose, borrowing from the principles of a tuning fork, being able to pass the resonance from the reed throughout the entire instrument. In fact, in future articles of harmonica sessions, we will feature the Dick Sjöberg comb. Other materials, you've heard of materials called composite. Composite combs essentially means it's a mixture of a variety of different materials. Composite woods will be wood slivers mixed with epoxy, compressed. You'll see knife handles, gun stock made out of this material because, and as you can see, this is a composite comb for the Hohner. Now this one is made from a material that's called Packawood, made by John Harrell, located here in San Jose, California. And this particular one was made for the Hohner modular system. But what's unique about the Packawood comb material is that it looks like wood, just like the handle of a knife set, possibly a gun stock. So it has the warm feeling and the look of wood. However, this baby will never warp or swell. So when you think about composite, think about no swelling and no maintenance. Here's a great example of a composite comb. Suzuki created the Manji with a brand new comb. I removed the cover plates and the reed plates so you can see. Here's an end view. Interesting material. It's very lightweight. It will never swell. Extremely comfortable. Now what's interesting about this, as I talked to the factory, is that the blend, even though it may look the same, it has higher porosity on the mating surfaces being where the reed plate fastens to the comb, tends to be more porous. Sealed tighter would be the mouthpiece and around the entire perimeter. The thinking there is to achieve more of a traditional acoustic experience, much like you would on a, say, a Marine Band 2005, Marine Band Deluxe. I think we can start looking for more and more manufacturers delving into the composite comb area. Now moving on to metal combs, master machinist Chris Reynolds makes an absolute fabulous brass, high quality brass comb. Very comfortable. Again, it's hefty and it's absolutely flat. This is a plug and play. He also built for me, which I'm eager to drill the mounting holes and to assemble and play, is this aviation grade aluminum. Very, very lightweight. I think this one's going to be a wonderful playing instrument. Keep in mind, this is just an overview. As the studies progress and we get into the nitty-gritty of customizing your harmonicas, I will address the attributes more closely and in detail. So don't worry, we'll get into that. Let's wrap up this segment on harmonica comb materials. Let's do it in sort of a historic perspective. In the beginning, because you didn't have any choice, would be the wood harmonica. And as we spoke about earlier, the problem with the wood is it had a tendency to swell. When it swelled, it would be very, very uncomfortable. But what swells dries out and shrinks. And then that would cause leakage between the reed plate and the comb. And you ended up having to, well, huff and puff a little bit harder just to get it to perform. And then as manufacturing processes evolved, we have the plastic comb. Plastic combs, well, they're comfortable. They never swell. Which means they are airtight and relatively inexpensive to reproduce over and over and over again. But some would argue that the plastic combs kind of lack the voicings of the traditional wooden combs. So in response to that, more recently, the composite combs. So the composite combs would have the same playing experience. It would feel like a wooden comb, yet it will never swell. It would always be flat and airtight. I think this is the direction we're going to see more and more harmonica manufacturers selecting composite materials, because it sort of answers the customer demand of having a traditional acoustic sounding harmonica, yet comfortable.